dawning, and welcome to good dawning here. And let's see here. Lock, rotate the device back. Okay, fine. Let's see here. All right, good dawning. Am I upside down or backwards? Let's see here. How am I rotated here? Let's see if we get orientation is locked. Rotate device back. All right, so I guess I'm locked into a different orientation here. How's it looking, guys? Am I looking all right? Might have just dropped the phone there. All right, okay, good. All right, so this is a little different here. I guess don't know what I specifically pushed, but whatever works. If you guys can see me, that's all that matters here. All right, so welcome, good dawning to you, and welcome to good dawning with Mr. Floyd here. Looks a little different on my end, but I can still see the chat. Everything looks good. So, all righty. So we'll try it this way. I tried the orientation button, but I don't know if it came out right or not. But it seems to look all right, so we're going to go with this. I don't know what it'll look like in the dawning or in back end, but all right. So welcome everybody to good dawning here with myself. I can't even see how many are in my chat. This is really weird. All good. Okay, so we're going to go with this. I can't see how many are physically in the chat, but we're going to go with this. Something different here. YouTube's always doing different things here, so now it looks a little different on my end. But I can see myself, I can see what I'm doing, and I can see that I'm live, so this works. All right, so welcome to another edition of Good Dawning here, folks. We're going to adjust my lighting, working on getting a light so that this looks a little brighter here for us. And yeah, so all right. So I do not know how many are in the chat, but let's see who we got here today. Lean and Chris. Laura, good dawning as well. Yangtze. Chloe, good dawning. So grateful to see all of you here. Chris or Star, good dawning as well. All right, so welcome all. And I was watching Chris this dawning. Chris started working with Archangel Raphael's cards. So you've got Raphael's cards here. So I posted that on the community page, so please check that out. Chris is listed on the, mine says 4, but that's definitely wrong. It's, you know what, YouTube and the counts. I'm here, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm living, welcome to my Dharma, right? Good dawning, beautiful souls of light and love. Welcome to me living my Dharma. Doesn't matter how many are in the chat, and when you're doing your Dharma work, it's about what you're doing for yourself. I'm here to help you guys, but this is healing. It's all about healing, right? And so that's why we're here. I'm cutting out at 10:55. Favor. Oh, that's right. Millie, favor to you cutting out there. Awesome stuff. Keep up the good work. One day at a time, right? That's all it is. So this morning, this dawning, we don't really say morning here. Chris, if you get a chance, go to the community page or go to Chris's, Chris the Volunteer's direct page. He's got, he's working just like I drop a card from, today would be Kuan Yin. He's dropping cards from Archangel Raphael. So how awesome is that? And so he's working with them. I didn't doubt that he'll be channeling Archangel Gabriel soon enough. Or something, something big is going to come from Chris's. And so, yeah, please check that out. I was watching his bowl this morning as well. Not the Chris's show, but if you want to start your dawning off really good, throw Chris on your stereo or something and listen to the bowl. Centered, instantly centered. You're welcome, Millie. You are instantly centered. The healing continues, right? So we are instantly centered. So today we're going to work with the cards. I'll probably grab the amethyst, which is sitting over on my mantle, which is right there, over here. And so like everybody's mantle, if you're in some sort of spiritual space, your mantle becomes kind of your, I guess your altar. There we go. That's right. Jeffrey Miller. By Jeffrey Miller. Much love. Thank you, Millie. All right, Raza, good dawning. Hiya. All right, so who in here, if there is anybody, am I missing here that needs, first off, Grace. So we're going to give Grace a wrench. Grace, you now have a wrench. And since you guys have been here, Lisa as well, you guys are all family here, and I don't, lots of channels do this, and I believe in the same here. So if you show up a bunch of times, then, Chloe gets a wrench as well. So standard moderator. All right, so I think I got everybody who I saw yesterday who was kind of driving me nuts. I couldn't fix it in the chat. yesterday, but yeah. So we'll give you guys some wrenches there. So Chloe and all, if you type, you now have wrenches in the chat. Thank you, and thank you for being part of all this. I'm just grateful. And if you didn't join us last night, Viviani, she was good vibes. Thank you, Lord Seditious. Last night, Viviani was amazing. We went 2 hours and 55 minutes. And thank you, Lisa. She's absolutely amazing. We're going to have her on the next Tuesday, the 20-something of October. Next Tuesday night, back by popular demand, and to give her a larger audience, because I have a feeling she's going to go out on her own one day soon, and we hope so. Laura B will be up again Tuesday night with Tuesday Night Live to do live Oracle and Tarot. And so Tuesday night is What's Up with Laura B. We're going to move it from 3 o'clock to Tuesday evening. We want to give Laura a larger audience. It's only fair. And she's really good. So I'm grateful to have her on a Tuesday night, to be honest, to have such a talented reader. Yeah, I want to give her the exposure. So I think that's great that we're putting her on Tuesday night. And so we will have her there. So we're going to pull some cards. There's Archangel Raphael, his deck as channeled by, and I was going to show you this, and this was the card that came up on Friday. So here's the box. Kelly Kolodny, she is Archangel Raphael Kelly. She has 2 videos in my folders there, and those would be to get you to the violet flame. Although if you're watching us, the violet flame is there with you, it's in you, and you've been given the gas dial to the violet flame. So all you gotta do is turn the dial like a gas stove, and I keep mine at 2. You don't want to turn it off. If you keep it at 2, you'll feel it in your sacral chakra all the time, in your root chakra. If you turn it up, then you'll feel it in your crown chakra. It rises up as you turn up the dial. But I was going to show you this on Friday. Remember, we were talking about the Lyrians, right? So there we go. That's the Lyrian artwork that came out Friday. We were going to say, we'll show you this Monday. But since I had to box you, this is the Lyrian artwork that came on Kelly Kolodny's deck. There we go. That's really perfect view. And so that's basically the representation from Kelly and the artist there of Sekhmet, which would be the 12 Lyrians represented on Earth. And if you have a cat, it is said, I'm not a traveler in the astral, so to speak, but I haven't been to other planets, but it's said that if you have a cat, then cats are Lyrian, just different form on Earth. If you have a dogman, every planet, from what I've been kind of understanding, lots of planets have the animals that we have on Earth, there's a planet that is run by dolphins, so to speak. There would be a planet where elephants are the elephant energy, right? So, and keep also this in mind. If you have a spirit animal, that could also be an incarnation of yourself. Remember, you're bigger than the energy you think you are. And so if you have spirit animals, they could be one of 2 things: animals that you've been in a past lifetime, or animals that you're currently in as well. You're not just bigger than the energetics that you think you are right now. And so you could also be incarnated into, at the same time, from the same soul line, right? So from your oversoul could have dropped parts of you into elephant, dolphin, buffalo, while you're still walking around on Earth as well. Your energy could be connected to all of that. Think about that. If you are drawn to a specific animal, for sure. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull some cards here from the Archangel Raphael Kelly's deck. And yeah, it's so Sekhmet, definitely, you don't think these things are real, but yet Sekhmet pulled the cards 2 days on Friday, and then I pulled the Sekhmet from Isis on Saturday. And so there we go. All right, so I'm being told to cut the deck. He's like, cut it in thirds. Okay, we can do that. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stack it. Also, last night we had a 7.2 X solar flare. The Carrington event, they say, was an X42 flare. So, but an X7 flare is enough could disrupt satellite communications and such. But what it really can do is your electrical field can get a little shaky. And so keep that in mind. And hopefully by next paycheck here, I'm going to get some sort of pot lighter, something, so we can brighten me up and brighten this up. I could probably do this a little bit. Yeah, towards the cast of shadow. But so we're working on getting lighting in here. That's next. It's all one step at a time. But so next few days, it's going to get a good dawning. Teresa, welcome. It's going to get a little wonky on our end. As the plasma from that solar flare hits, and it was going to probably be a direct hit. I'll post in the community page, Wages World. He self-taught himself all the solar weather, and now he's one of the guys. He's got like 60,000 followers. And I was watching him when he was in his car talking about weather. So that's what amazes me. If you go back and watch like an old, even an old Adam from the Medium channel there, and it's just progression, right? And so we're on the way. All right, so keep that in mind. By today is Wednesday, so by Friday, Saturday, it should hit lean. It's going to be quite interesting. So just be grounded. Make sure that you are grounded. If you have cardiac issues, stay inside when that hits. But otherwise, if you feel a little off, groggy, or angry, like energetics you haven't felt in a while, not that anger is a bad energy. You are all the energetics, anger included. And if you try to suppress that, then it's not going to work very well for you. But yeah, so keep that in mind. It's going to get a little energetically wonky. I'll keep a post, and I'll post when the plasma filaments are going to hit and what's going to be of that. But right now, that's the largest one we've had since that, what was it, a 9, I think, or 8, 9 over the summer in June. So let's see what we've got then from, cut it in thirds again. He said, you recut it, or you reshuffle. So he said, this one, okay, then this one, then this one. Okay, so I'm listening to Raphael and Saint Germain to tell me what to do. So we're going to take the bottom card first, whether it's upside down. I do not read upside downs and upside down. So, all right. You are in your divine masculine, or are you not? And it's asking you to take action in your divine masculine. As you know, if you've watched me enough, you know that I healed from broken divine feminine, because if you had a single mom who wanted to demasculate her son and destroy me, so I started with broken divine feminine, and this is my masculine, divine masculine healing, if you realize that. The work that we do, that you see on YouTube, that's all divine masculine healing, a lot of it. All right, so let's see here. 3 cards, right? 1, 2, and 3. All right, so are you ready? And we've been talking about a few things here, and they are showing up. All right, first is ocean, expanding your light body. So we get the bottom card here, divine masculine. So if you step out of into your divine masculine, especially like myself, this is healing my divine masculine, then you will step into ocean, which will be expanding your light body, which you do when you step out of your comfort zone, like I'm doing, and doing what we're doing. Although at this point, this is comfortable. What you think that you're going to be uncomfortable doing something, do it repetitiously. And tomorrow is our 4-year anniversary. All right, this card specifically for Millie. Are you there, Millie? And everybody else, but Merlin showed up. There you go. We've been talking a lot about the R line, or at least it's been coming up. The R line in RJ Spina talks about the R line and how we come from a specific descended line. If I'm channeling Saint Germain, I might be a part of that. And it's been coming up more and more that Merlin and vibrational magic, that whole line, that whole lineage, you guys may be part of that too, is starting to come through really kind of loudly. You're welcome. Things speak. And all right, so this all ties together yet again. And this one is your heart flame. So ignite passion. And if you've never seen Attract Passion, that's Gasper. I will recommend his videos too. Gasper from Attract Passion. He's amazing. And all right, so what we've got here, if you really put it together here, it starts with fixing your divine masculine, which is what we're all doing here. We're pretty much. So you find your light body by fixing your divine masculine, right? Use the vibrational magic within you. You are Merlin. You are magical, right? Every reading I get, every cancer reading I get, pulls up the magician these days. So, and then finally, once you ignite your passion, right? Your magic, you find your magic, right? You vibrate up into your light body, finding your magic within you, right? You are magical. If you really knew who you were, and if you really, really knew who you were at source, and really understood how awesome you are, yeah, then poof, you will ignite passion within you in your heart flame. So it's asking you to step up into your divine masculine. Where are you? And for me, I was stuck for years in my broken divine feminine from my mom, sitting on the couch, basically visualizing a universe that I didn't feel worthy of. So there you go. Now I'm creating it. Are you creating yours? I posted a Steve Noble Avalon meditation on my community board. Yes, Avalon, Knights of the Round Table. Who sat at the Knights of the Round Table? Who asked yesterday about Avalon in two people did in the video. So soul tribes gather, people gather, energies gather for more reasons than just healing. And we may all be more than we think we are. We are, but there we go. So that fits with Avalon completely. That is Avalon. That would be Merlin. There you go. So you are magical. None of this is by happenstance, and it's all pretty awesomely amazing here. I am grateful for all of you. All right, so we're going to do our 15-second project there, and keep healing our universe. And tomorrow we will do our 4-month. I've done this for 4 months. Have you done? I've never done anything consistently for 4 months. Okay, I mean, I had to go to PT when I was in the military for consistently, so I had to get up and go exercise and such. But basically, thinking about it, have you completed? I've never done a million years. 4 months. Tomorrow will be like 100 and theoretically would be like 120 shows. It's not those, like 117, 116. But with 30-day months, missing one by the creek, and a few of them getting shortened, and the one tumbling off my table there. It actually became 2 episodes, but it was really 1. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to celebrate 4 months of, and this just blows my mind. That we've been doing this for 4 months. You guys have been with me for 4 months, and yeah, and now we are being seen. I've got a message from a specific in a Inspire Nation chat that says a email will be coming later this week, and things are progressing. And peace and love to you. All right, so let's ground into our 15-second. I was thinking about that yesterday, about a dream I had, but the round table a few years ago. Couldn't see the beings. Yeah, I have a feeling that a lot of us come from that same, I'm not going to say the same space, but the same oversoul. There's 12, if you listen to RJ Spina, if you listen around, there's theoretically only 12 oversouls, if that's correct. There may be more, but 12. And then they break themselves down from there, and that's where you come from. Technically, you don't really exist. You're just a figment of you're just energy out of an oversoul sitting here on Earth. But that's all nothing when you can break yourself down to that. So the question is, are we all from the same oversoul line? And that's where I'm beginning to think. We might actually, all of us here, all of us who kind of congregate together, we may be part of that bigger oversoul line. So either way there's a lot of coincidences that are beginning to pop up, and it's getting louder in my universe, and probably yours as well. So let's ground into our 15-second project. And if you're new with us here, basically the 15-second project is what we've been doing. It's to see what we can manifest in our universe by November 11th. And so to do so, we're following the laws of energetics, basically what Saint Germain has been espousing through his channelings, what Dr. Joe Dispenza has been espousing through his science, and what we know to be that if you hold a vibration for 15 seconds, whatever it is, and that includes, I want to state this, that also includes negative energetics. If you're having a energetic temper tantrum, I'm just going to leave it. If your energetics are down and you start flailing out, you start dervishing on somebody, you get angry, and you hold that for more than 15 seconds, you're throwing that into the source field, creating more anger in your universe. Keep that in mind. You get a 15-second win, 14-second win. At 15 seconds, it's gone. It's up there. So you got 14 seconds of your dervishing before you dervish it out into the larger source field, and start bringing those energetics to rain back down into your living universe. So keep that in mind, that when you're out and about, it's important to keep your energies, kind of bring them back in. If you notice yourself slipping, not slipping, but spinning off into lower vibrational energy, then it's, as a light worker, it's your job to grab yourself by your own light and pull yourself back up. If you give yourself 15 seconds or more, then if you're in anger, if you start talking about anger, you start throwing things energetically at people, what have you, you're going to leave that in the greater source field, and it's going to come back to you. And that's where karma kicks in. Are you with me? So that's where we kick in the karma, and what you say comes back to haunt you and so forth. You have a few seconds there to catch yourself. The universe is forgiving, but you have about 14 seconds, 13, 14 seconds before, like with manifesting, you toss it. It leaves your field. It goes into the greater source field, and then you're in the space where you can create that or not. And keep that in mind. On your end there, that for sure. So we're going to go ahead and do our 15-second project. So if you're new with us, then just pause the video and take a quick minute to see what you would want in your universe. 15 seconds is all it takes to hold any energetic and toss it into the greater source field. So if we concentrate on what we're looking for in our universe and give it 15 seconds, then it's bound to show up back in our frame as something like this candle in 3D material. But all has to start with energy. Everything in this universe started with thought, with energy, and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and take 15 seconds here. So from your end, take a deep breath. If you're new here, just pause the video. What do you want to see in your universe in 15 seconds? How do we do this? Good question. All you have to do is close your eyes, visualize it, feel it, see it. The biggest thing for you is to feel it in your heart, feel it in your body. So feel what you're looking for, feel what you're looking to obtain in your universe by November 11th. Feel the situation change within you, and it'll change with around you, if that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and take 15 seconds to ground into what we want to see in our universe by November 11th, whether it's a new home, leaving a situation, as many of you might want to, or starting a new situation, or getting a new job, or purple Toyota Tundra, right? So there you go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath and release. And go ahead and ground into your project, and I'll see you in about 15 to 20 seconds. All right, that was probably more than 15 seconds there. But nonetheless, that's all it takes to put any energetic into the greater source field. So again, if you're dervishing off in negative thoughts, are instantaneous in the infinite grid, the physical manifestations of them are delayed in time. Exactly. Fortunately, though, as you put it out there, it's 15 seconds to lay it out. So, but you're correct. If you start making thoughts, they're going to be almost instantaneous. But fortunately, if you're wanting to lay it down for something larger, yeah, giving it a little bit of time to percolate, get up there. But yeah, you're pretty much correct. There's you're straight on there, Yangtze. So you do get a little bit of delay, but you really want to recall those energies. If you start getting negative, you start tossing it out there. 15 seconds. Yangtze's really right. It's going to start eating your field immediately, and after 15 seconds, you're going to start manifesting that. I mean, dramatically. It'll start coming in. If you don't release it or cancel it or send better energetics to it, then you're going to flip your universe. And same with what we do with the 15 seconds in the dawning there. If you don't take it back, if you let it go, the idea is that you don't go back in and mess up the energetics. So as long as you have positive that it's your this is what you want. So why would you take it back? Why would you say you're not worthy of it? As long as you don't do those things and say, oh, I'm not worthy, scratch. Or maybe next, like I used to say with a lot of things, oh, maybe next lifetime, because I had an inkling of my past lifetimes where I didn't have anything, right? Like friends, for example, in 2 lifetimes, I had not a single human to talk to. So, so not in this lifetime. But basically, if you're not grounding on what you want and just letting it go and not taking it back, not erasing it, and not going, all right, what happened in the past does not have to reflect my current, and I am worthy of, and it comes in. Who wants a purple Tundra? Want to try my hand at helping? There we go. Purple Toyota Tundra for Saint Germain. He would be grateful. You'll see Josh driving along. The license plates will say Saint Germain. We'll have purple tires. We don't have purple tires, but maybe purple rims. There you go. So, but nonetheless, we get a purple Toyota Tundra. We have to be able to show that if he is channeling Saint Germain, that things are in your universe, right? You cannot channel Saint Germain and be like, your universe is getting worse. Ha ha ha. You are channeling Saint Germain and now you are living in the Walmart parking lot. That does not happen, right? If you are moving, like Chris, he is working with Archangel Gabriel. Do you think Archangel Gabriel is going to leave Chris standing there with his drum at the side of, or his bowl, I should say, at the side of the road going, we'll bowl for money. Put money in my bowl. Not at all. If you are doing in Saint Germain here, if you are doing movement in your universe, right? If you are moving forward in your universe, and then it plains to all of you, to Bonnie, to Anna, to Helene, to Millie, who has to leave at 10:55 to move in further in her universe. If you're moving forward, we are going to support you. It is you to have trust. But if you trust that we are going to support you, then you're not going to be sleeping in the Walmart parking lot. Although, gratefully, you can, but we are not saying that you should. You are going to have a roof over your head because you are doing what is right for your universe. Let's see what we got from Helene. Jesus wept, and then he raised Lazarus from the dead. Jesus had his moment of doubt, and then he was resurrected. If you are in doubt, then we will show you that you have to have faith. We will always give you that option to have the faith, but it's up to you to carry the faith, like the faith of a mustard seed. The mustard seed, the smallest seed, turns into the biggest plant, right? So the Bible says that you have to have that faith, and your universe, poof, will change. The change starts within you, of course, but that's. Speaking of change, we are going to do some energetic clearing and recalling. We're going to return it back to Josh. All right. So we're going to do some energetic clearing and some recall. This time we're going to recall energetic fragments of doubt in our universe. So if you've had doubt or just doubt, I doubt this will work. I don't think, I doubt. We're going to recall doubt. Why? Because that's what Saint Germain wants. So what we're going to do is real simple. We'll just do a quick invocation from Saint Germain in regards to recalling doubt. I will channel that, but it'll be in my voice. All right, yes, don't live in doubt. Pray as if you had, exactly. We have a lot of doubt that we've left out there, and so we're going to be working on recalling more soul fragments as well as clearing energetics. Always on Monday, we're going to clear our weekend and our parents, because there's always going to be energetics, even if you do it once. There's always energetics, and you'll know in your field that are still resonant from your parents. And of course, if you're not doing the work as to clear the trauma by just allowing yourself to feel through it, then you'll still always have that resonance in there. But at least if we're clearing it, we can lessen it up, break up the dents, like listening to Chris's sacral bowl. Even if you don't clear your trauma that densed up your sacral chakra, even listening to Chris's sacral bowl will at least break up the vibrational energetics. Will break it up a little bit so you can get some clarity to clear it, if nothing else. And that's majorly important. And if it is clear, or clearing, then listening to something like Chris's sacral chakra bowl will break up what's left and clear it out. So absolutely. All right. So, yeah, so don't live in doubt. Live in the energetics of it already is. So from your end there, all right, I want this. I don't want it. I already have it. And start talking to your universe that way. We're going to get into living universe as well. So let's go ahead and after this, let's go ahead and clear some doubt in our universe. What are you doubting in your universe? Are you doubting Thomas? Is there something that you're thinking that you want, but you're not worthy of? Why wouldn't you be worthy of it? You're just as equally worthy as any other being. You're just the same ball of light as everybody else. It's your trauma body that makes you feel you're not worthy of something. It's not you. And we'll get into also the differentiating yourself as your trauma, as your body, and then as yourself, and then physically talking. I have conversations from my energetic self saying like, I got you. And I'll tap him like, I got Josh, because I'm not Josh, but yet I'm Josh. I'm the source that's within Josh, but Josh is the body itself. Gets a little goofy, but there's a duality there, but a singularity all at the same time. But let's go ahead and remove doubt, or bring in, we're going to pull in all the lost fragments, everything that we've doubted in our universe. If you doubt something, poof, you throw that energetic out there, but you never recall it. So you leave fragments of doubt wherever you have doubt. So if you had, I doubt this is going to happen, whether it did or not, you left the doubt in the universe. You left it out there. So you leave all these dangling energetics out there. And part of what we're doing here is recalling and pulling back all of our loose or dangling participles, so to speak, that we've left out in the universe. So let's go ahead, take a deep breath with me again. And that's always the easiest way to quickly center. or at least slow you down, slow yourself down, slow myself down, and ground into where we're at. So take a deep breath and release. One more. And all right, so we're going to do an invocation to recall all the doubt in our universe. So we're going to give it to Saint Germain here, but I'm going to channel it. But all right, Saint Germain here. So we are going to recall the doubt in your universe. So it's real simple here. So repeat after Saint Germain. I recall all the energetics of doubt, lack, worry, and not going to happen in my universe. I cleanse the energetics in the violet flame and recall and transmute all doubt into a knowing and return those cleansed energetics back to me. All right, there we go. That's all you need to do to return those doubts, and we transmuted them into things that are real, to your universe. We cleanse it with the violet flame. So there we go. You are living in a living field. You realize that you are living in a living toroidal field. Your energetics are what create what you see in your living universe. So if you are in a negative energetic, you're going to get negative in your universe. If you are a doubting Thomas, so to speak, I hope you are not doubting your universe. At this point, you should see that your universe is loving you. Look what you have found. You are watching a channel. You have a great guy who has a sacral chakra ball. You have Chris who's putting out his cards. You have all these things here for you. You have all these. You can go watch Lara B next week. She is going to pull your cards. We are building something here for you to help you to expand yourself, to be your highest self, to be your best self. You have all these tools waiting for you in your universe. You can get into the violet flame. But are you seeing how your energetics, how you create your universe yet? And are you seeing how your universe, blindly inspired, Josh has sent you a reply email there. We are needing to know your time zone. So there we go. But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here, and so is Archangel Raphael in his deck there. So grateful. And Archangel Raphael sends you Raphael here. We are grateful for you blindly inspired for redirecting my deck to Josh. All right, Saint Germain back. But there we go. So Archangel Raphael wanted to say that he's not going to give you all the superlatives or anything. He's just grateful that you redirected his deck, the deck that he channeled. It was your deck to Josh, and so we are grateful. So we will need your time zone there, but nonetheless. All right, so what we are talking about here is your living toroidal field and how you are living in a larger living universe. And we have been scratching around this and stating we are going to talk about this for the week. Exactly. Use the violet flame. Use it with reckless abandon. If you are seeing people in your universe who are davishing out, put the violet flame around you so you do not have to davish with them, right? You do not have to play in that energetics. If you are pulled over by the police, of course, make sure you have your driver's license, your insurance, and your registration at the ready, so you don't have to have that awkward conversation with the police officer. But pull up the violet flame, put it up. The cop will not see you, right? You'll see the violet flame, but the energetics of the violet flame will be around you. It might help you in situations like that when you are having to deal with the officers of the pole ice in your universe, right? You are in Germany. Okay, that's all perfect. GMT +1. We are going to perfect. And we can continue with email. Yeah, we are grateful. Perfection. All right, so you are living in a grand living toroidal field. You are living energetics, and you are in reciprocating energetics with other toroidal fields and with the grand source field. Have you ever noticed when you are driving around? Did you see the video? We're going to start with this. It makes it easier. The Which Door Monty video from Josh, where he has parked his car and he sees a license plate of 222 and 66 and 88 and 77 and 44. They're all parked right next to each other, basically. Are you seeing how your universe could be speaking to you? Are you seeing how we are speaking to Josh? It goes way beyond that. But are you seeing that? If you slow down in your universe, you're going to see you are being spoken to, and you're being spoken to all the time. If you are sitting on the West Coast right now, it is 808. What number is 808? That is Saint Germain's number. There you go. It is 908 here, but nonetheless. If you're in the left coast, if you're in California, it is 808. Synchronicity, nonetheless. That is the number for Saint Germain. That is his number, 808. We are bringing abundance, grand abundance. We are alchemizing your universe. All numbers. If you are seeing numbers in your universe, are you slowing down to understand that they are speaking to you? We have to get your attention. And your universe is a living terrestrial field, and you are just brushing past it most of the time. You are seeing the 111 and going, yes, it's 111. I'm running late. You are seeing the 222 and going, great, so it's 222, but I got to be there by 223. So what is going on? You are not slowing down in your universe. We hope that you are. To see that we are trying to talk to you, that you are conflating and missing your universe. We are here. We are loud. It is you who is not loud enough to you need to slow down, is what we don't say need. But again, when we say you need to do something, we are not saying that you need to do it, but it is our way of backhandedly suggesting that you do it. We are never going to say you need to do anything, because we will back out and say you don't really need to do that. Ha, ha, ha. Because there is no need. You choose everything in your universe. You are choosing what you choose, like choosing mothers who choose GIF, right? The Jiffy, if you want to live in the Mandela-affected universe, right? Is it GIF or is it Jiffy? That's the question. But nonetheless, it was Jiffy in another universe. And there's plenty of advertisements. Old advertisements that show you that GIF was actually called Jiffy back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. They never ended, but then P&G will tell you there's never a name called Jiffy, but nonetheless. Crazy, ain't it? But you are seeing in your universe, we davish off into Mandela effect, but nonetheless, in your universe, are you slowing down to see what is talking to you? Are you talking back to your greater toroidal field? It may sound crazy, but it's not. You have to go down, just like for Josh, he has to drive down Main Street. Everybody knows Main Street. Short intersections, lots of traffic lights, right? You are in a rush trying to get to work. First off, that's your fault for leaving late. Do not conflate that the universe is slowing you down by giving you red lights if you left the house 5 minutes later than you normally do. Your universe will give you more red lights just to tell you you are wrong. It's your fault for leaving late. It is not the universe's fault for giving you the red lights. We are going to give you more red lights now to show you to leave earlier. Are you an understanding of that? So do not get conflated here where you are running late, that we are slowing you down. Your universe. Saint Germain is asking the universe to turn you red lights. Jeff. But I keep thinking people died long before the news reports it. Heavy duty Mandela vibes. There you go. Sorry, I had to step out for a minute. This layout won't let me play in 2x speed to catch up. Yeah, this layout, we tried something different. Everything you do in your universe, you do not come with an instruction manual. Anna hits the nail on the head. Remember The Greatest American Hero, the TV show from the 80s, right? It used to have a red suit. The cape was red, but now it's black. But we don't go there. Again, your Mandela-affected universe, right? But the cape was really red. Now it's black inside, but nonetheless, he had lost his instruction manual to the cape, right, to the suit. So he's flying around and hitting buildings, and he cannot figure out how to fly or stop a bullet, right? He can stop a bullet with the suit, but he is afraid. He has no instructions. So he has to step out. You have no instruction manual either. Think of it this way. This is your Greatest American Hero suit, right? If you remember that TV show. So you are the greatest American hero for yourself. You just have to realize you have no instruction manual. The instruction manual you are using is your feelings and your intuition. And if you are listening to your universe, yeah, we will not use this layout anymore. We tried something different, but it did not work very well. So we are not going to try this. We'll go back to the old layout, which works much better. But nonetheless, so in your universe, are you slowing down? Are you seeing when we are speaking with you? If you're running late and you are getting green lights and you are like, I am running late. If you acknowledge you are running late, like I am running out the door 5 minutes late, can I get some help from my universe to get me where I need to go on time? Versus, I'm running late and I don't want to get any more red lights or anything, and you run out. Are you in communication with your universe? I have to jump off the whole work thing. Okay, Chris, we love you. We are grateful. Keep it up with Gabrielle there and my brother, right? Gabrielle. And you are See you in the next dining there. Favor to your work. Chris is a fleet manager, and he has a fleet to manage here. He is managing to watch us, and he is managing to get work with Gabrielle in the dining there. So please, as you are spinning through your YouTube in the dining there, I would prefer you take 15, 20 minutes to spin around in your tube before you get into the YouTube. But nonetheless, when you're going in your YouTube spin-off in the dining there, slow down, get in the flow, and listen to Chris's bowl and watch his Gabrielle card. It'll get you in the flow. You can watch that later in the day when Josh posts, you can watch the Isis or the Kuan Yin card. But Chris posts very early, so you go watch Gabrielle, get your day centered there. Beautiful. And for Josh, he's using the sacral chakra bowl from Chris and doing that in the dawning while he's making his coffee and such. So it's healing exercises as well. But in your universe, when you are leaving late for work, are you asking your universe politely? Are you first recognizing that you are your own energetics? It is your fault. Yours. Nobody else's for leaving late for work. You recognize, all right, universe, I am running late. I own those energetics. You have to own your energy in this universe. If you do not own your energy, you cannot give it away to the universe. Be like, oh, I got to run, so give me a... No, it's your fault. Admit it. I am running late. I forgot to do this. I had to go back and get my cell phone. Whatever it is. Your universe will understand you are owning those energetics. Big thing in your universe. Own your energetics. Do not deflate it or conflate. If you get to work and say, oh, I got all the red lights, that's why I was late, your universe is going to smack you for lying. The reason why you got to work late is you left 5 minutes late. If you ask your universe, if you are in cahoots with yourself in your universe, in favor, so to speak, just in communication, really, you are always in favor with your universe, if you see that. If you are in communication with you, and you be honest with them, I need to get green lights. I left late. My fault. You get the green lights. You get more green lights than red lights. You are owning your energetics. The universe will not allow you to bypass your own personal energetics. So if you are saying, all right, I got to run. Give me the green lights or I will be late. You will get red lights. Why? Because you need to slow down to see that you caused yourself to be late by leaving the house 5 minutes too late. You would have had this 5 minutes would have been your traffic lights and you would be there right on time. But instead you left 5 minutes late and you get what you get in your universe. If you're going to lie to your universe and lie to your boss, oh, I got all these traffic lights. I left the house, but I got all these traffic lights. Your universe is not going to appreciate that. We are not going to appreciate that. And you're going to get dervished energy in your universe. Are you really wanting to do that? You are in control of how you see, how you create, and what you do in your universe. And it is a living toroidal field. And if you are not honest with your living toroidal field, you're going to get energetics back that are going to smack you over, so to speak. You're walking in there and you are like, it was the traffic lights. And you are not admitting to your boss, all right, I woke up, it was 5 minutes, it's my fault. First off, that shows your character, right? Who are you and who do you want to be? You are sauce on earth. Do you want to, how dervishy do you want your energetics to be and how centered and true do you want to be in your universe? It's all up to you. You can live a universal lie, but then your whole life will be a lie and people will see right through you. Or you can be as honest as can be. My fault. I overslept. Took too long in the shower, whatever it is. And it was my fault for being late. Your boss will respect you more than saying, I got the traffic lights. Your universe will respect you more because you are grounding into what you created in your universe. You are not lying to the greater source field. It is a living toroidal field, and we are getting into how your energetics of I was late because of the traffic lights versus I was late because I overslept. It's a big deal in your universe, but you conflate those things. You lie like that. Good dawning, Viviani. We are grateful. And if you did, again, we are giving you at the beginning of the show, we gave you all the praise in the universe there for putting 3 hours of energetics. You know how to be in the flow for sure in the show last night. And we are grateful. And we will see you again at the end of Tuesday, the 21st, 20th of October. We will see you again. But we are supremely grateful for what you do, Viviani. Saint Germain is very grateful and you are very talented. And once you get going, there are a few channels here that are going, Chris, when he gets another bowl, because right now he's got the one bowl. When Chris gets a second bowl and starts going, you'll probably overpass this channel. Viviani, when she really gets going there, she's going to be doing pets. So if you have a pet, you could also possibly on October there, later in October, use your pet, and you are the permission for your pet, because your pet, do realize your pet chooses you. You do not choose your pet, but that's a whole nother story. You may even be in contract with your pet, and it's even crazier. It's your pet could also be your energetics, meaning that it came from the same oversoul, right? So there's only basically 12 oversouls. So, but we are grateful, Viviani, for what you do. But in Ya, we were talking about the living universe, and you were expressing the living universe last night through yourself and what you are doing, and we are grateful. But what we were talking about is conflating how you are lying to your boss when you are getting to work late, right? Now, a lot of you aren't going to work anymore. You have universes where you have figured out that you trading your time for a measly $20 is not worth your effort. You could do better on your own. Nonetheless, and I think, nonetheless, John has figured, Viviani, figuring out you can do better on your own. And once you step into your frame there and realize that you are your own energetics, you don't need to pry off anybody else's energetics to make your own money, which is what you are doing. When you work for a company, you are taking their energy, right? The boss. And the owner of the company is the one with the grand energetics, and his energetics are feeding you. You are feeding off of his energetics. You can create, exactly. Lean is retired. Pate. But nonetheless, he may have a side hustle, but who knows? But nonetheless. But Helene, her energetics are the amazing hustle within itself. We love Helene's energetics. We are grateful beyond our get up to have Helene here in the channel there. And we're going to take a moment, speaking of Helene, if you and your universe, when you are going out and getting your traffic lights and driving to work, do realize if you're in Asheville, North Carolina, unless you had a mud bog, you ain't going to work. There's no work to be had. You are, so take a moment and take a deep breath and be grateful for where you are in your universe. And like Rooted Willow, her mom was there. And so now there's a tarot reader, Josh watches, whose mom had to come from South Carolina. The Cancerian vibe and live with her because her place, mud, full of mud, it's garbaged. So be grateful for your universe, and those who aren't in their space, send them love. See those in Asheville in a higher light. See them in a clean and living universe. See the town sparkling clean, and all the art seen back in Asheville, and all the happy hippiness that was Asheville back in its universe, right? So it was one of those magical spots. There's Asheville, there's Boulder, Colorado, Ithaca, New York, Madison, Wisconsin, right? Those are your like the hippie towns. Missoula, Montana. You can put all those towns in kind of a box, right? And so you are getting it there. And so we are sending so much love to the Asheville, North Carolina. But nonetheless, in your universe, you are conflating your energetics. You are allowing yourself or disallowing yourself to see the truth in your universe. And if you are going to your boss, and this is just the basics of it, and saying that I was late because the traffic lights, and you are blaming the universe, and the universe is going to come back on you. You cannot lie to the universe nor your boss and expect to get away with it. Are you an understanding of that? You cannot lie to yourself and expect to get away with it either. If you're telling your boss that it was the traffic lights, but you know you overslept for 5 minutes, it's going to eat your energetics and eat your lunch. Keep that in mind. We're not going to go too much farther. This is just the beginning of your living universe. And first thing you have to realize is you have to be in truth with your universe. Speak the truth. Tell your boss, be honest. I was late. I overslept. It wasn't the traffic lights or anything else. I built in 5 minutes for the traffic lights, but nonetheless, I overslept. And just be as honest as you can. If you're going to lie about it, then you are lying, and you are using the greater source field. You're using your guides, your universe, as an scapegoat. We will not allow for that. Universe will not allow for it to be scapegoated in your universe. We're going to go into that tomorrow. The negative consequences, so to speak. There's nothing negative, but the consequences of lying to your boss about the and using our universe as the grand reasoning why you are lying to your boss. Are you an understanding here? You cannot lie to the universe, and you cannot use the universe as your, we're going to say, as your scapegoat. And we will have the regular layout tomorrow. We tried something different, but it So everything we are doing and everything you are doing is a grand experiment. Is that not the case? So keep that in mind. What you are doing in your universe, it's all a grand experiment. Everything we do is all to see what works, what doesn't work, and we stick it to the wall. And if it doesn't work, we move on. But in your universe, are you lying to yourself? And where are you lying to yourself? And where are you allowing your universe to be the scapegoat to your lying? That is where we're going to leave it today. If you are late for work, tell your boss the honest facts. I overslept. I am here, and I'm going to give you an extra 5 minutes. You get extra work from me today. I apologize. Do not say, oh, I got the traffic lights. They're going to look at you like, oh, it's your fault. You are still late. It's your job to build in 5 minutes for the traffic lights. Suzette, hello. We love you. We love all of you. We are hoping to help you build the best universe you can build for yourself. Saint Germain, Mother Isis, Kuan Yin, all of us here are here for you to build the best universe in your universe. I don't want you to conflate and live in lies and dovish around. This is too easy a universe for you to live in once you realize that you are not the traumas that you are sitting in. It all comes to frame really fast. As it all peels away, we love you, Suzette. We are grateful for you. We are grateful that you are here, and we are wanting you to have the best universe ever. We are understanding that you have to watch your mom, and whether you realize it or not, you did contract for that. There's something you need to learn, Suzette. When you are watching somebody like taking care of a mom, something you need to learn about taking care of yourself maybe as well within all of that. There's double lessons there. There's always more lessons than you see in the front end. You have to go deeper into things. And yes, we all love you back. Oh, and Bonnie, we sent Mr. Floyd sent you an email there, so you can check your email, Bonnie Binsky as well. So we have email. If you will email Mr. Floyd, he will respond at some point. He can be a little slow. Josh is a little slow at the response. Sorry, I am not chatting in at work. Amanda, we love you. We are grateful and cannot chat much. We do not care if you chat or not. We want you to get the message. We are grateful that you are here, and we love you. And we love to see that you are here as part of the family. We consider, Saint Germain considers all of you family. Everyone is family, but you are here. You are watching Saint Germain on the day. Do not think that Saint Germain does not see that. Do not think that Archangel Raphael does not see that. We send each of you lots of love and light, and we send it back to you, Amanda. And Saint Germain is grateful for you. Now keep this in mind. Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain want to state this loudly to you before we end today's broadcast, because we are about an hour, right? If you are watching this, there are great rewards for your universe, for you in your universe. If you are part of these energetics, you are looking for a change in your universe, and you have been committed to that change. Saint Germain and Archangel Raphael will reward you. Mother Isis, dearie, if you are committed to changing your universes, dearie, Mother Isis is committed to helping you change. If you are committing that change in your universe, Mother Isis is going to bring surprise change to your universe. All right, thank you, Mother Isis. She does not have much. She fades out, but she's, but you know her love will not fade away. There you go. Nonetheless, Grateful Dead reference, but none of our love will fade away. It's you who fade away from the love that we are giving to you because you cannot love yourself, or you cannot accept the love from Saint Germain and Mother Isis. We love you. We are Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Mother Isis, and we have channeled. We are grateful for you. And we love you. Do you love yourself? And can you stop lying to your boss, to your universe? If you are late, you have to go pick somebody up and you are late. Be honest with yourself. Do not use the universe. You can no longer, if you're watching this, I'm going to state this as loudly as possible. And if you continue to do so, that is on you, but the energetics will come back to you. You can no longer use the universe as your scapegoat. Are you understanding? You cannot lie and conflate that you are because of the universe. I got these traffic lights up. Somebody was in front of me or whatever it was. If it's your fault, do not lie about it and give it to the greater source field as the reasoning why. Because you are dampening your greater source field. You are putting lies into your universe. And you have to clear all that. That's where you start getting a karmic life, right? Do you want a karmic universe? You want to start living in lies and creating deflations and misconstruedness in your universe? Then stop lying about how the universe is destroying you or taking away from you or not allowing for you. It is all your energetics. If you are late to work, own it. Saint Germain is not getting angry. He's wanting you to understand how you are conflating things and you are using the greater source field as your scapegoat. It is your fault for walking out of the house at 8:55 versus 8:45 or 8:50. It's your fault for getting to work at 9:15 versus 9:10 when you are supposed to be there. It is your fault then. You have to explain that. You cannot use the traffic lights or the man crossing the street. You have to build in that time. You know how your universe works. And at this point, if you're over 30 years old, you have a very good concept inside of time. And you do not even really need to wear a watch. You know when you are needing to leave. You look at the clock and you are generally in sync with your time. So it is not, you cannot use these excuses anymore. We will not allow for it. That is the one thing that we wanted to start with before we talk about getting into the deeper energetics of how you create your living universe and how your living universe reacts to you. If you're going to lie and dervish your way through your living universe and tell people that the universe is this or that, it's not my fault. We're not saying there's faults per se, but own your energetics. Releasing transmission. There you go. All right. That one was loud and clear. It's about owning your energetic state. So Saint Germain's been talking about wanting to get into about creating your universe and how it's a living toroidal field and how it responds to you. If you're honest, this one I remember. If you're honest in your universe and you sit, I don't remember all the channeling since half the time I think they sound like dervish meth. Then I listen to them and usually brings tears to my eyes because they're that good. But nonetheless, in your universe, if you're late for work and you leave the house 5 minutes early, you have no right to tell your boss that it was a traffic light or anything else. It's your fault. And that's what Saint Germain's getting at. If you start conflating your mistakes, your broken energetics with the rest of the universe, with the greater source field, and give it to the greater source field or your living toroidal field as the reasoning, what's going to come back to you in the long run, we will get into tomorrow about conflating energetics. But then you've dervished you've given the universe a dervish. You've left your energetics on the you're crutching yourself against the energetics of the universe, and it's going to come back to haunt you. You start talking about how you get karmic lives, how things start happening to you, or they're really happening for you to see that what you're doing there. But if you're telling you're cause and effect is that the universe is breaking it. The universe is going to have to show you something to balance this out, right? I love you. So yeah, that's where we're. So tomorrow we'll talk about being honest with your universe. Saint Germain is talking about being honest with your universe and how your truth in energetics really plays and what you say and how you react energetically creates, whether it's karmic, like it comes back as something negative where you're creating karma in your universe, or if you're clearing the deck at the moment, right? If you're honest about it, all right, I was late, I woke up late, or I took 5 minutes longer in the shower, or I was messing around on YouTube. My fault, they'll give you an extra 5 minutes. Yeah, I got the traffic lights. And so, yeah, I was late. It's my fault. Versus, oh, it's the traffic lights and this guy crossing the street. First off, your boss is going to hear through that, your lying energetics. And secondly, just your universe is going to hear from it too. And if you're blaming somebody else, if you're blaming the universe, it's got to react. I love you. It's not always the best reaction either. That's for sure. All right, we're going to pull one more card as designed and claimed by Saint Germain here, taking the bottom card. I was told to do that. Let's see. The day I said, no matter what happens, boom. Henny, one of the greatest comments I have ever seen on this channel. The day I said, no matter what happens, I created it. Bam, Henny. Beautiful. 40 years plus years ago. And it will change. You take control of your energetics. Watch what happens, Henny. And you can see it just in her comments, in her frame, in how she frames herself in her comments. She's in control of her energetics. Exactly, Henny. That was the beautiful. That's that side eye, right? Thank you. I love you guys. All right. So this is exactly what we wanted, right? Are you ready? So the universe, we've been talking about how you create, right? Have discernment in what you say. Have discernment in the energetics you produce in your universe. It says discernment. Seek your truth. Here you go. Are you discerning what's real or not in your universe, and are you conflating it? I love you. Living you drop the prayer. You living universe loves you as well, and we are the exactly, and that's what I'm true. That's Sekhmet. I'm gonna do what I normally do. I do that all the time. That's the Sekhmet energy. We create our own. Yeah, I do that in the car a lot. And that's that Sekhmet inside me. Yes, we create our own universe, and the big thing that I'm trying to get is that if we can take responsibility for that, watch what happens. Yeah, that's that because I'm trying to like. That's where the change comes in, and that's where we're getting kind of root stuff here. I love you guys, and tomorrow we'll be going to John Benny. Tomorrow's a 4-month anniversary. We've done 100, I'll count it out. I think it's 118, 119 shows. 100. I know. I bet you there's more of you in this chat that do than don't. When your energetics drop or when you need a pop, try it. That inner Sekhmet, right? We all have it. She's here for a reason. She speaks to us for a reason. Thought I get her card. Watch. No, I am. Go within. There you go. I just pulled another card. Go within. See that you are and that you're creating all this. Don't lie about it and don't give it to the universe. Own it. Watch what happens. I love you all so much. I'm grateful for all of this. And 118 shows tomorrow. 4 months. 1/3 of a year I've sat here. You know, before I started, I'm going to just kind of go free flow here for a minute. Before I started doing any of this, I had nothing. I mean, other than going to the crystal shop. Actually, I think I started this before the crystal shop. So honestly, before I started this, I had nothing in my universe. I'd just sleep in, whatever, and shuffle about the day. I sort of was looking for work, but I was in that good dawning. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Star. So yeah, are you dervishing in your universe? Allow your universe to pick you up and move you. Are you doing the work? Are you clearing the dramas and the traumas? I'll tell you, and we're all pretty much either dealing with some sort of, let's be honest here, narcissistic abuse, or we're all sort of abandonment issues, and we've all got the same general busted up energetics. Let's be real. I'll tell you what, sitting on this end, I had no idea. If you guys don't ever in a million years think, I guess what I'm trying to get is not in a million years did I ever think I'd be sitting here doing any of this when just 6 months ago I was still sitting here dervishing around in my head, banging around. Nothing, and no reason to get up and grounded into other people's universes because I couldn't do anything in mine. Don't ever, if you're in that kind of space, just let go. Trust. Tomorrow, 4 months. Not in a million years did I think I'd do anything for, military or whatnot. And we'll get in my universe a little bit as well. I know I haven't told you a lot about me, and so we're going to get into that too. I spent a year hitchhiking the entire United States of America in 2001. Been in the Army. Yeah, so I've lived quite an interesting life myself, and so and hopefully you have too. And we'll get. I know, like Blindly Inspired actually had mentioned talking about on the channel, and so we may have her on doing energetics of like your portal and stuff. If you've got a story and you want to be on the channel there, proud of yourself. If you're here, you're in healing. You're not out there. You're not banging your head. You're not in your swamp. There you go. And in the swamp, or at least you're not looking to be. You may be in the swamp, but you're not looking to be. Be proud of yourself. Stand strong in the energetics of who you are, and realize you're bigger and more awesome than you ever will think you are. And for me to be able to say that, because I used to, my biggest motto, my biggest mantra was not in this lifetime. I guess it'll all be next lifetime. Cancel that now. But yeah, grateful. It's all this lifetime. My choice. I love you guys, and I choose more awesome in my universe, and I hope you do the same. Don't choose to lie about your universe. If own your energetics. If you say it, claim it. Your universe will reward you for owning your own energetics instead of what most people do, which is crutch into the greater source field and damage themselves in the greater source field even more. Just be honest with your universe and yourself and watch what happens. It's a living toroidal field and starts with you being honest with the toroidal field that you live in and yourself. I love you. Stay awesome. And tomorrow, 4 months, crazy. And we'll get over to John Benny too. And I'm going to go film Kuan Yin real quick. And I will see you all in the next. I love you. And family, stay awesome because you are.